Hello people and welcome back to Jon Sheppard Fitness. If you're new to my channel and you've never seen this before, this is a bit different from usual. This is a Christmas tag from a fellow YouTuber, Grey Wolf Fitness. It's just something a bit different. I thought I might as well do it, and it's good Christmas time, so you know what, it's not going to harm. There's 25 questions about Christmas, so it'd be good if you go and do this as well. If you do, make sure you mention my name or tag me in something, and it'd be nice to hear what your comments and what your answers are to some of the questions down below. What is my favourite Christmas song? I don't really have a Christmas song which I like more than another. Obviously I love Slade one, I love the Wizards one, but there's one that always pops in my head and makes me get in the Christmas spirit, and that's one of those Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Right, I don't know the name of it. If you knew the name of that one, comment down below and tell me the answer, because I'm too lazy to find out. Question number 2. I've also got my laptop right in front of me down, so if you see me looking down all the time, it's because the questions are there. Question 2. What can always put you in the Christmas spirit? Being older, you sort of not have Christmas spirit, and it's hard to get that Christmas spirit. Obviously having my son now, it's a bit better, but it's more I'm trying to make the Christmas spirit live with him, you know what I mean, as long as possible. But usually it's Christmas films. When I see a Christmas film, for a long time it used to be the Coca-Cola advert. As soon as that came on the TV, it was Christmas, you know. And yeah, you always know when you saw that advert, the holidays coming with a big Coca-Cola truck, you knew it's Christmas time. Number 3, traditional gifts at Christmas. I've never gave traditional gifts to people. I'm quite good giving presents. I get them what they want or what they've hinted, or something I think they need. I won't just go and buy a pair of pants or a pair of socks, you know, what most people do. Obviously I've had traditional gifts like socks every year, and yeah, but really I haven't had any different like traditional things where every year you get the same thing. Probably I've had them to me, like if you say that you want a certain thing and it's cheap, you usually get it every year. I seem to get the same sweets, like I like Ferrero Rochers, I like Teddy's chocolate orange, I like After Eights, you know, so I always get them at Christmas. I've had them since a kid, and every year since then I've always had them sweets, you know, chocolates in my stocking. Well, we haven't got a stocking, but as presents. Number 4, favourite Christmas story. I'm not a big story person, you know. I'm more into films. I don't read a book, but I suppose most films are from books. I'll probably have to say the Christmas Carol, but the Scrooged version, if I had to make it that way. I don't like the traditional Charles Dickens one, you know. I think the remakes of it, which make it a bit more funny, are good, but probably Charles Dickens because it's Christmassy. I don't really know any more Christmas stories, to be fair. If you know any more Christmas stories, comment down below and tell me what Christmas story you like and why. Number 5, what is my best Christmas gift I've ever had? I've had 2. One when I was older, my ex-girlfriend, she bought me an Armani watch. She worked all Christmas and spent like £300 on this Armani watch, which was nice. But probably when I was younger, I got a bike. It's called a Street Wolf bike. If you do know what a Street Wolf bike is, you have to be at least over 30 to know what it is. Tell me what you think it is and I'll tell you if you're right or not. But it was the best bike in the world, and like I said, if you know what that bike was, and if you had one, just tell me and you know, you will know if you had one of them bikes, you was the kid of the street, and for that Christmas, I was the kid of that street. Number 6, how did I find out about Santa? Well, funny enough, from getting that bike. Obviously, a lot of the times at Christmas, we need to go up to Yorkshire, where my nan lives, and my uncle and obviously my cousins used to sleep in one bedroom. I used to sleep in the other bedroom with my mum and dad. They sleep in another bedroom, and obviously my nan and granddad slept in their bed. And of course, when it came down to early morning, my mum and dad always used to get up before me. I was lazy. I saw somebody wheel my bike in, and I knew Santa would leave it downstairs. Why would he put it in a bedroom? And I was thinking, well, Santa wouldn't wheel it in. You know, when you hear of Santa, it's just magical. It pops there, you know, when you see films and stuff. And I saw my dad pushing it in, so I knew Santa wasn't real. Nothing was really said because I was sort of like half asleep, and I was like, ugh. But I knew it wasn't Santa because he wasn't Santa to start off with. He wasn't looking like Santa. So yeah, that's how I found out at Christmas, and how I found out about that Father Christmas wasn't real. Next question is, worst or weirdest Christmas gift? I would have to say it was from my mum and dad once. They bought me a pair of socks, but it had sexy beast on them. If that was from a girlfriend, you would be alright, you know, or somebody who you're with. But when your mum and dad buy you a pair of sexy beast socks, you just like, what? Thanks? But it's a bit weird, you know. So it was nice socks, and of course I wore them because I am a sexy beast, but it was a bit weird. Number 8, what is my traditional breakfast on Christmas Day? I don't have a breakfast on Christmas Day. I've never had a breakfast on Christmas Day. Breakfast on Christmas Day is basically when you open your presents, and if you get any sweets, you eat them. I've always done it. Even now I do it. I eat a few packs of sweets or selection box, and then after about an hour, the mum used to always go, right, that's enough now, because we've got dinner in a couple of hours. So then you used to stop eating the sweets and basically starve for 2 hours so you could eat this massive Christmas dinner. Always been the same. Don't think it'll ever change. Same with my lad. I've done exactly the same. You know, who wants to eat any breakfast in the morning? I have a cup of tea, but that's it. Favourite smell at Christmas? It has to be Christmas dinner. There's nothing else. We don't have candles. I don't really like them sort of smelling candles, because have you noticed the smell of candles is never anything that you naturally smell at Christmas? You know, I've never smelled any of them smells at Christmas anywhere. Not even like a traditional place like your nan, who used to cook homemade pies and stuff. You never ever smelled like that. So it's Christmas dinner, you know, smelling the turkey, stuffing, making me hungry now. I really want a Christmas dinner. Only another week anyway. So, well, less than a week now, isn't it? Oh, it is Christmas week, so in a couple of days. So, yeah, it has to be a Christmas dinner by far. Number 11, well, favourite Christmas candle scent. Don't do candles. I used to do them. My mum and dad don't do them. I used to do them with my ex. We did like candles, but we never got scented ones. We just got it to like be like romantic. If I had to choose one, because I do work in a shop with loads of scented candles, I would have to say something like, I don't know. They smell nice when you smell them, but when you light them, unless you get a Yankee candle or something really expensive, they all don't smell of anything as soon as you lit them. I'd probably have to say just like, I don't know, I haven't got one really. I can't answer that one because I don't really have a favourite smell, because I'll just be making it up, you know. So my answer to that is I haven't got one. Funniest memory of Christmas. Probably it will have to be, well, it wasn't funny on the time, but probably when my mum got drunk. It was around Boxing Day, and my mum and dad don't drink, and my mum's a proper lightweight. She'll have one glass and she'll be tipsy, right? I was about 16, 17. I was out with mates, and then I came back about 10 o'clock, and she'd been drinking. It'd probably been a glass, knowing her, but she'd drink a whole bottle of like wine, and you could tell she talks enough as it is, but she never shut up. And you know, like embarrassing moms, you just like, oh god, shut up. Luckily, there was no one else here. My dad had gone to bed. That's how bad it was. You know, probably had enough of her already, and she was being all like lovey and affectionate, saying, "Oh, come on, come and give me a cuddle." And I'm like, "No, you weirdo," because we're not like cuddly like that. And then she came over to try and give me a cuddle. Of course, I was a lot quicker than her. I ran out the back door. She came trying to chase me, cuddle me out the back door. Of course, I ran around to the front. She came around to the front. I locked the front door. Then I ran to the back door, locked that one. I locked outside for about 5 minutes. That was hilarious because she was just banging on the door saying, "Let me in, let me in." And I let her in. I said, "Go to bed, embarrassingly drunk." And then I told my dad the day after, and he started laughing. So there, probably the funniest thing. It's funny now, but embarrassing when you're young. Yeah. Next question: gift traditions. What I grew up with. My family don't have any traditions. We don't go to church. We don't have certain things into certain times. You know, like we don't do anything like that. There's no set tradition. Every year has been different. You know, we get up when we want to. We eat when we want to. We watch what we want to. You know, we just do what we want. We've only got a small family as there is, so it's pretty much just like a normal day, Christmas Day, of course, without, you got open presents and obviously doing stuff like that, but really, yeah, pretty much same as every other day, but obviously it's Christmas. Number 14, favourite Christmas decoration. I haven't got a favourite, but if I had to choose one, it'd probably be lights. If you have watched certain films, and tell me, I want to know who knows. There's 2 films that I'm thinking of now. Tell me one of the films that, when I tell you what my favourite decoration is, tell me one of them films. One's a bit older, made in the 90s, one's quite made in the last 10 years. If I had my own house, because I don't, but if I had my own house and I had endless amounts of money, it would be lights, and I would absolutely fill the outside of my house with lights. I'd make sure it was beaming from the sky, because I think lights make Christmas. A tree, yeah, it's nice, but the lights make a tree. You know, decorations are nice, but lights make the tree. Outside, decorations look nice when you have little bits and bobs, but the lights make outside. So yeah, if you know them 2 films, comment down below and tell me, and I'll give you a high five. Number 15 is my best question, and my favourite Christmas movie. Well, there is only one Christmas movie that is way above everywhere else. When I thought about this question, I was going to say Elf, but Elf hasn't been around as long as this one. And when I think of Christmas, I think about when I was growing up. What was I watching? You know, if I was younger and I saw Elf, I would still think that was great. But my lad has watched both of these films. He's watched Elf, and he's watched the other film, and he loves this other film. He absolutely loves it. He couldn't stop laughing, and that's because it is hilarious. And I'm talking about Home Alone. Home Alone is not only one of the best Christmas movies, I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. You don't have to watch it at Christmas, but because it's in Christmas spirit, it is great. You have got a kid that wants to take on two robbers, which every kid would love. I watched it then when I was a kid and I loved it. I watch it now and I love it because certain toys he's got. I remember he had micro machines. Where have they gone? Micro machines. I used to love them. And Hank and Marv are just hilarious. You know what? It's just brilliant how, you know, he does it all. It's just a clever film. It's simple to watch. It's not complicated. You know, the whole family can watch it, and it is by far my Christmas #1. By far. There is other ones, yes, but that one, the whole family can watch that one, and everybody will laugh. Favourite holiday drink? I'm not a big drinker. You might think what you're on about because I've seen you get pissed loads of times, but I don't like drinking. I don't drink unless I go out, and I just don't like the taste of it. Don't like beer. I'll drink a few, but I don't really like wine. Rosé is probably the drink I'd probably drink if I wasn't going out. But Christmas, I would choose Baileys. Baileys is just Christmassy. Obviously, it tastes like a milkshake. It doesn't taste too strong like a vodka, a whiskey. But yeah, it has to be Baileys. It's just Christmassy. It's just nice. It goes down nice, you know, and you can drink a whole bottle, and you don't feel like you're drinking alcohol, if you know what I mean. Next question is, what was it like growing up, you know, for Christmas with me, you know, my family and that? And I would say it was quite good. I'm an only child. I got mainly, if I asked for something, I got it. I wasn't spoiled. I wouldn't ask for like millions of toys and I'd get them all. You know, if I wanted a bike, I'd get a bike. If I wanted this, I'd get this. I didn't really need to like beg for stuff because I'm the only kid, so it was quite easy to get what I wanted. I wasn't demanding as well because I didn't need to ask for certain toys like new consoles and stuff like that because my dad was a big kid anyway. He used to buy the console when it first came out, like a Nintendo when they first came out. We had one because he wanted one, so never needed one for Christmas because we already had one. And yeah, obviously used to always go and see my nans and everything like that, you know, where you go to them and do all that family stuff, and it's really nice, you know. I do miss them days, you know, because it was really nice going up to my nan's and, you know, having a proper dinner from up Yorkshire and having proper food because she can cook proper Sunday dinner, you know, and all the cake was homemade, you know, and it felt Christmassy. So yeah, it would have to be that. Next question, do I stay in pajamas or do I dress up for Christmas? I don't wear pajamas, I just wear boxers. If I'm like, yeah, I just wear boxers because it is a bit cold. And I don't have a special outfit for Christmas. I don't even have a jumper. I did a jumper thing a few years ago, but I just wear what I wear most days. Wear trackies and, you know, comfortable top. You know, I don't wear anything special. I don't, you know, because I know I'll probably getting clothes and I'll put them on. That's what I'll probably do. Same with my lad. He dressed up once when he was a little kid in a little dicky bow and Christmas shirt. He looked quite cute, but since then he's been in his pajamas and we'll buy him some new clothes and he'll wear some of them clothes. So yeah, just what I wear, anything what I wear on a normal day. Next question, do I do any Christmas craft? No. Simple as no. Back in the day I did when I was a kid, you know, used to make them paper chains and stick on the ceiling. That was it. And then the snowflakes where you pull them apart like that. Yeah, everybody did them at school, so that's the only things I've really done crafty at Christmas. Nothing else. too lazy. Next question, favourite line in a holiday movie? It probably will be, keep the change, you filthy animal. I just love that. I love that, and I like, do you give up or you're thirsty for more? And obviously you got Die Hard, but I can't remember the saying. Grey Wolf said it on his video, so go and check his out. But when you pick your favourite movie for Christmas, you know a lot of the lines in the film, and that's why that is my number one film. All the other films, I know what happens, I know how it goes, you know, I know what happens, I can tell you what happens in the next 2 seconds, but I can't remember any lines. I mean, the Grinch, I do like the Grinch and that, and Elf, I do like Elf. You know, obviously when he goes, that's a quite good one. That'd have to be my number two. It's very close when he goes, oh, he's an angry little elf. You know, and he takes the nick out that midget bloke, and then he starts getting beaten up. That's quite funny. You know, stuff like that is great, but obviously it's Home Alone and then sayings. Favourite Christmas treat? I class a Christmas treat something you can't buy any other time of the year, and nowadays you can buy most of the stuff all year round. But one thing I was going to say, until I remember this, I was going to say mince pies, but you can buy them quite early, and some places do sell mince pies all year round. I can't remember where I've seen them, but they do. But there's one thing I've never seen, and that's pigs in blankets. You only get them at Christmas. You only make them at Christmas. You only see them in the shops at Christmas. And if you do not like pigs in blankets, you're either never had a Christmas dinner or you're vegetarian, because they are the best part of the Christmas dinner. I mean, you can have them with the dinner, you can eat them before the dinner, you know, because they're always done before the dinner. You can eat them after for nibbles, and it's just, you wouldn't think that pig wrapped around in pig would taste so good. And yeah, by far the best treat for Christmas. Next question, Christmas Eve tradition. I don't have any. Probably watch a few Christmas films, or watch some Christmassy things on TV. You know, it's not as good anymore like when I was growing up. You know, like you have Only Fools and Horses and stuff like that. You know, they was brilliant. We don't have that sort of stuff anymore. You know, TV's not as good as it used to be. You know, and it's just not as good. Yeah, so that really is all I can say about that question. Number 23. It's all right. A couple of more questions. If you're still watching this, say Santa's got a brand new sack. Yeah, and the next question is rename a reindeer. If I don't even know the reindeers now, but I sort of do know them, because if you haven't watched these two films, you need to go and watch them, and it's called the Christmas Chronicles. It's with Kurt Russell in. Kurt Russell is a wicked actor. We've always loved his films, like Tango and Cash and all that lot. And he's Father Christmas, and it's like Father Christmas with his style. It's absolutely brilliant. He can't even remember it. He goes, Dasher, Vixen, Comet, and the other ones, come on, let's go. And that's the truth. You know probably three, and then you don't. Rudolph, everything's Rudolph's one of the reindeers, and he's not. He's just a made-up reindeer. You know, well, all of them are made up, aren't they? But yeah. But if I had to rename one, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I think I wouldn't know. I haven't got a name for a reindeer. Just I wouldn't know. I haven't got a clue, because it's just a stupid question and I can't think of an answer for it. So I'm just gonna leave it to you lot. Name your favourite renamed reindeer. What would you call a reindeer if you had the choice? You know, because I'll probably just call it Bob, Sue, and Marisa too. Remember that? Number 24, where if you could spend Christmas, I would have to say Lapland. Always wanted to spend Christmas somewhere snowy, and Lapland is the main place. You know, it's just, I think you would get, if you haven't got Christmas spirit, you would get there. You know, in a log cabin with open fireplace. You know, where you got to chop some wood outside with a fluffy rug in front of the fireplace. You know. Oh, it would not only be like really Christmassy, but be so romantic if you had a, you know, if you had a partner. But yeah, by far Lapland. I couldn't be doing hot stuff. I don't know how they can get in the Christmas spirit with like boiling heat outside. I just, nah. I like tradition in that way, where Christmas is snowy, cold. You know what I mean? And the last and final question, thank God, you know, if anybody is watching this, you need a medal, you know, because I'm bored of doing it, is when do you put up the Christmas tree? When I can be bothered. Obviously I don't leave it in halfway through the month. My mum and dad are not very traditional, obviously, and they don't really care. They once didn't put up the Christmas tree. Obviously, since I've had my son, I've put it up every year. Except for the 1 year I didn't have my son because I was going through court fighting for him, and I didn't see him that Christmas, so I wasn't celebrating Christmas at all. But usually the first week of Christmas, you know, if that week of the first falls on like the day where I'm not working, I'll put it up that week. You know, I don't think there is any rule. As long as it's up, you know. I think leaving it halfway through the month is a bit late. What's the point? Because you take it down. But I don't take it down straight away. I'll take it down when I can be bothered. My Christmas lights, I'm one of them. Yeah, you're gonna all right. My Christmas lights are still up since 3 years ago when I put them up. Because I put them up with a glue gun on the house. And they're still up. So I'm one of them, yeah. I think I'm a bit scared of pulling them off, because I think the plaster is going to come off, because my house is plastered. It's not brick, it's got a plaster coating over the brick, you know, that like speckly effect. So I'm a bit worried that it might pull it off, because I did stick them on really well. Well, it's still on there, so. But that is my Christmas tags. I hope you watched it all. If you did, please say. And yeah, all the questions I gave you, you know, what, go and comment down below and tell me what your answers were. You know, if any of you want to do this, I've put the list in the descriptions. If you're new and you did like this, please give me a thumbs up. And all of you, have a nice Christmas. I've got a special, I've got 2 videos on Christmas Day. That is the next videos. I've got my own speech. Yes, I've got my own Christmas speech, because the Queen's not doing hers on Christmas Day this year. If you didn't know that, I'm gonna be releasing Jon Sheppard's Christmas speech at 3 o'clock on YouTube. So if you're missing the Queen, put me on the big screen. Oh my God, yes, you do need to watch it now, because that rhymed. And I'm gonna go through my speech and tell you about the year, what's happened, and just get a bit of Christmas spirit in the air. You have to find out what it's about. I'm actually going to be doing that video right after I finish this, so join in for that. If you don't want to watch that, I've also got Christmas workouts at my new gym, which I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be the 12 days of Christmas workout. So it's going to be a fun one, you know. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you on Christmas Day. Goodbye.